push this to offense, but it seems like the players thought the defense was a big difference between Saturday and today.
I thought it was too. Ronnie did a good job of scouting report for him, and we had two pretty good workouts. So, yeah, I mean, I thought this was our best defensive effort of the year. Probably our most complete effort of the year.
Can you put a finger on why the defense was better? Just effort, intensity? What was it?
We had a long talk about basically what we've got left. What happens if we win? What happens if we lose? And I was really disappointed in our effort the prior game. I just didn't think our effort. And we're up 8. We give those 8 back, and it seemed like a matter of 5 seconds. I just think that they were ready because they know that they gave one away prior. When we've got 3 more to go now, we've got to see what we can do with those 3.
Did you feel a better vibe in practices and since just a couple days ago? Because I'd imagine you didn't expect to have that effort on Saturday. Okay. Did you feel a better vibe around the team, though, after your talk?
More lecture. You know what I mean? Like when you were in class and you had, sometimes you go down there and mess with them test tubes, but most of the time you sit in class and listen. That's pretty much what they do.
Did you feel that they heard you prior to showing up tonight?
It was been hard not to. It's been hard not to hear me.
Coach, I don't know. I mean, obviously, it's been a number of years in the Big 12 now. Have you ever had this much time to prepare for a Kansas game? And like, what will you hope to, try to use these couple extra days here now to get ready for the Jayhawks?
I think just the biggest thing we got to do is get our legs back.
Yeah.
So we're not going to do anything tomorrow. We may do a little bit more on Thursday and then go light again on Friday. We got to have legs.
You have time to get those, right? I mean,
I don't know. Dr. Cruz was here. I could ask him. He would tell me, but I don't know.
Trey's best scoring effort. What did you think of his performance?
I like his versatility. He can step out on the floor and make shots. He can play in the post. They put a smaller guy on him because he was making shots in on the perimeter, and he took them inside and scored inside. I thought that was, without a question, his best overall performance. And we were all congratulating him in the locker room because he really did a good job of guarding. He switched off on guard, stayed in front of him. Really did a good job moving his feet. That's the best I've ever seen Trey play.
How different is your team offensively when you've got Trey contributing at the top of his game than it has been the last week, so 2 weeks?
Well, we've struggled to have an inside presence of late. So it collapses the defense. I think it gives Eric more opportunities. I think it gives Emmett more opportunities. It gives our perimeter guys. Keedy got foul trouble. Keedy was on his way to having a big night. But I think a lot of that was because our post guys were as active as what they were, and we were able to throw the ball and score. It collapses the defense. It's not easy to get shots on.
Hey, Bob, just looking at the box here, not a ton of steals or block shots, but you did something to force the turnovers and to keep them to a low shooting percentage, and like you said, best defensive performance. If not stats like steals and blocks, what do you think did it? to make you say
We
that?
played really hard. Thought we played really hard, and we had, the three-headed monster. We just kept throwing those three guys in there. James played well at times, Mo played well at times, and Jimmy played well at times. It's a luxury to be able to have three of those guys.
Anything else? Thanks, Coach.
Relationship you and Eric have developed over this year. It's, you handle different players different ways, obviously, and different players handle you different ways. So can you talk a little bit about how that's developed?
Well, we talked about it when he was making his decision where he was going to go to school. He kind of, as jokingly said, it's great to play, against a guy as crazy as I am. Play for a guy as crazy as I am. And, I think Eric needed. He just needed to concentrate on basketball and not on some of the other things. The deal that happened at Oklahoma State, those kind of things. He needs to understand those things don't do anything. They hurt. And a case like that hurts him drastically. I put him on the phone with Mike Gansey, and I said to Mike, tell him what he's doing to himself, not what somebody else is doing to him. And everybody wants to say, oh, that guy is. No. You're doing that to yourself, man. And I think he's grown a lot. He's an emotional guy. That's okay. But I think he's really grown a lot. I think he's become a much better teammate. He was before he was very quick to point out other people's mistakes, but not very quick to point out his own. I think a lot of that's changed. And I think he's a different teammate now. And for me, he's a lot easier to coach.
Coach, when you're talking about this was the best you've seen Trey play, is there more to that statement than just what he did on offense?
I think it was really good defensively, Justin. I mean, it's kind of hard sometimes if you're going to switch ball screens if you've got a big that can't stay in front of anybody.
Right.
And I thought he did a terrific job with that. I thought he moved his feet today better than I've ever seen him move his feet, and kept people in front of him. And when you're whatever he is, 6'7", 6'8", 6 foot, I don't know. Whatever he is, he's bigger than guards. And if he can stay in front and get his hands up, it makes a big difference. And if he can stay arm's length away, you're talking about having to pull it quicker or throw it a lot higher than what you want to. Which either one doesn't make it an easy shot, it makes it a hard shot. So, I mean, I'm really proud of how hard he's worked, how far he's come, because defensively I don't think he could spell it, but he just didn't know anything about defense.
Well, I mean, that was going to be my next time. I mean, obviously, he had the injury at the beginning of the year, so I mean, this has been kind of the progression for him. I mean,
we all talk. We all sit down. We all have conversations. He's a guy who maybe can and should have a career in basketball. And I think he's moving in the direction that he needs to move to be able to do that. And I think when he first got here, he wasn't doing that.
Coach, Eric talked about passing out brackets to the team and looking at bracketology. Do you like the team obsessing over the brackets? Do you wish they would just ignore it, or any thoughts on that?
Busy and out of my business, I'm all for it.